Welcome to Maaden Gold and Metals Base Company, MGBM, a wholly owned subsidiary of Maaden Company founded in 1997. MGBM carries out all gold and base metals business in Saudi Arabia and operates 5 gold mines including Mahd al-Dahab, Sukaybarat, Bulga, Al-Hamar, Al-Hijar, with a total gold production of more than 4,200,000 ounces since 1988. MGBM is developing a new gold province in the Central Arabian Gold Region. The future mines of Maaden include Al-Duwayhi, As-Souq, Mansoura, Masarra, Al-Rujum, Bir Tawila. Maaden's vision is to be a world-class minerals enterprise by championing the responsible development of the mining sector as the third pillar of the Saudi economy. It is the policy of the Maaden Gold and Base Metals MGBM that we will conduct all of our business activities in a manner which prevents incidents or accidents which cause loss of life, bodily injury, illness, or damage to property, assets, or the environment.
It is the policy of Maaden Gold and Base Metals Company that we will conduct all of our businesses activities in a safe manner, complying with Maaden Corporate EHS as a minimum. MGBM will continuously maintain the high standard of EHS protection throughout all stages of all activities. MGBM is committed to providing a safe and healthy work environment to employees, visitors, and contractors through the commitment of all to environment, health, and safety regulation of MGBM. The company will continue to review and improve the effectiveness of the environmental and health and safety management system.
This policy complies with the Maaden Corporate Environment, Health and Safety (EHS) as a minimum. The company will continuously maintain the highest standard of EHS protection throughout all stages of all activities. To obtain an entry permit or pass to any of MGBM mine sites, you have to be informed of all safety regulations through attending this preparatory program. This is necessary for your and others' safety while you work in one of the MGBM sites. In order to obtain a pass card, the following documents will be required. A copy of the national ID for Saudi Arabian citizens. Non-Saudi Arabian citizens must present a copy of their residency permits, Iqama, or passport together with an introduction letter from the employer or sponsor. If you carry a laptop, computer, or any kind of electronic devices, you are required to register it with the security office. To apply environment, health and safety standards (EHS), MGBM has legislated rules to implement safety regulations as following. All accidents, no matter what size is, must be reported immediately, including injuries, fires, spillages, emissions, or traffic accidents. All unsafe acts and conditions or near-miss incidents must be reported immediately to your guide or supervisor. Driver and passenger seat belts must be worn at all times when traveling in a vehicle. All traffic rules must be adhered to, including speed limits. Hold onto side handrails when climbing stairs or getting off and move a step by step. Barriers and signs should be placed around dangerous workplaces such as poor ground, drilled holes, manholes, intersection of roads and bridges, thresholds, and any other potential hazardous areas. Use only tools that comply with the site standards and are in a good condition. Using self-made or modified tools is strictly not allowed. Maintain a clean, healthy, and tidy work and living places at all times. Smoking is only allowed in designated areas, no smoking in food and resting areas. Use the correct lifting methods with manual handling. All rotating machinery and electrical control panels must be equipped with safety guards, electrical guards, safety warning signage, and alarms. No one is permitted to engage in working in any area or use any equipment without a prior approval from the concerned officer, supervisor in MGBM. Do not operate machinery or equipment tagged "Danger, do not operate." In the event of pulling any safety equipment out from service, the supervisor and all concerned parties must be notified. The equipment should be tagged out with a correct tag and accurately documented. All fire extinguishers and other emergency equipment must be in a good working condition, inspected periodically, and easily noticeable and reachable. Containers containing hazardous chemicals must carry labels identifying substances and hazards that they contain and must be stored properly. Containers of hazardous chemicals must be stored in areas with secondary containment in bounded areas. If you are working in a high area where no safety rail or fixed barrier is in place and a danger of falling more than 1.8 meters or 6 feet exists, you must wear a safety harness. The harness must be correctly attached with a safety lanyard to a secure and approved anchor point. The wearing rings, watches or jewelry, and baggy clothes or other loose hanging accessory is not allowed when working on rotating machinery or working with electrical circuit breakers. Do not use unapproved electric or electronic devices such as mobile phone, cameras, or multi-plugs in designated areas prior to obtaining a permit. Horseplay or fighting is not allowed in any of Maaden Gold sites. Safety hard hat, steel-capped boots, safety clothing and other PPE should comply with Maaden Gold standard and must be worn in all sites. Metal hats or sport caps are not allowed. Protective eyewear with side cover must be worn. In designated areas, employees must wear protective masks and protective glasses to protect the face and eyes from any gases that may cause harm to them. A high visibility shirt, overall, or vest with reflective strips must be worn in all areas. All employees must use personal protection equipment as referred to in mine site standards when dealing with any hazardous materials. Hearing protection must be worn in high noise areas. Protection gloves must be worn when engaged in any work can cause burns or injuries to hands. Personal respirators must be used in places not suitable for breathing or tight spots. All respirators must be approved to use, and all users must have conducted necessary training. In addition, there's some other protection equipment that must be worn in some hazardous areas. Maaden is committed to minimizing the impact of mining on the environment. Contaminated soil, water, and waste should also be removed from sites and disposed of according to site policy. Keep vehicles on proper tracks and roads. Do not drive off-road. Do not disturb native animals or disrupt native plants. Report any spills or environmental damage. Any plastic bags or rubbish found in the site must be collected and disposed of in the appropriate manner. General rubbish to be placed in bins provided, especially cigarette butts and drink cans. Used oil filters and base materials are to be disposed of in the allocated recycling bins. All used tires to be disposed of in the designated area. Report any chemical or hydrocarbon spill that occurs on site. Only approved trained employees are authorized to work underground. Prior to entering underground mine, employee must tag on the tag board in person and not by anyone else. Immediately upon exiting the underground mine, remove your tag in person and not by anyone else. Removing a tag that is not yours is a dismissible offense. Underground tagging is a method of supervision used to ensure mine is clear prior to explosive blasting underground. Only trained and competent employees may scale unsafe ground. If you are not trained, notify your guide or supervisor when observing any unsafe ground conditions. Before using any scaling bar, the operator must be trained, assessed, and found competent by the miner or responsible shift boss. Always adhere to the 5 golden rules of scaling. Check the scaling bar. Warn people in vicinity. Check route or escape. Scale from safe position. Barricade the area. Do not handle explosives or any other blasting devices unless trained and authorized. If you see any explosive materials, report immediately to your guide or supervisor. Never handle explosives yourself. Explosives or blasting agents shall be transported in an authorized vehicle displaying a flashing orange light, explosive sign, and a wooden lined box or tray to prevent metal contact on explosives. Never smoke near this vehicle. The explosives magazines are securely locked and access will be limited to authorized personnel only. All areas charged with explosives are barricaded and warning signs are placed on entry roads to the shot at least 4 hours prior to blasting time. Check the notice board each time you pass them. Blast guards are positioned at each access road to the pit, mine. Their instructions are to be followed at all times. Operating, adjustment, or repair of any machine is restricted to authorized employees who are responsible of making sure that all is clear before starting or stopping machinery. Before the start of work on any equipment, you must know and follow the locking and tagging procedures for the job and department. Safety guards must be kept in place and must not be adjusted while machinery is in motion. Keep hands off drive belts and pulleys while the machinery is in motion. Do not use your hands to guide a rope, cable, drum, or pulley. Do not ride or sleep on a conveyor belt. Do not pass over or under belts except at designated places. When a conveyor is operating, do not clean muck from head pulley, deflection pulley, tail pulley, snubbers, take-ups, or decks. Maaden's gold operating mines do not have explosive gases, methane, like a typical coal mine. Our mines has no history of methane gas, and the likelihood of finding an explosive gas is low. This doesn't mean that we have no harmful gases underground. Blasting and diesel machinery creates high amounts of toxic gases, carbon monoxide. We control this proactively with sufficient ventilation and regular monitoring of air quality. Before going underground, make sure you are equipped with SCSR and know the escape route to the nearest refuge bay. MGBM operating mines use cyanide to extract the precious metals from the ore, sodium cyanide solid or in solution NaCN, and hydrogen cyanide gas HCN, are extremely toxic and fast-acting poisons that, if exposed to, can be life-threatening. Hydrogen cyanide gas works safe limit TLV 10 ppm or 4.7 ppm over an 8-hour shift. If you come across a cyanide victim, do not become the next victim. Rescuers must safeguard themselves, raise the alarm, and if safe, remove victim from source of exposure. Alert emergency response coordinator, doctor. Dial emergency number posted up. Make sure you know the mine's emergency number. Raise the fire alarms at camp or at work site when seeing the start of a fire. Evacuate to the nearest fire assembly point and wait there until instructed by your emergency coordinator. Only when trained. Assess the fire. Can it be fought safely? Shut off machinery, switches, power source. Evacuate the immediate area. Close all doors if in a building. Contact the senior person coordinating the firefighting emergency response. Report to nearest assembly point if applicable for head count by senior person. Wait for authorization to return to location. There are two types of alarms: underground, which is gas type with X-smelling, not harmful to the human body. And other one is a local siren sound alarm for emergency. Once you hear the alarm or the instructions of fire warden asking you to evacuate your office or plant area, immediately go to the nearest safe designated assembly point and wait for further instructions. Know your assembly points. All assembly points are marked and visible. Finally, MGBM EHS policy provides the framework for setting and reviewing environmental and health and safety objectives and targets.